Okay, so this is a little different using multiplication than what you're used to. We're going to be multiplying using place value. Okay, so we're going to multiply tens, hundreds, and thousands. The lesson objectives is I can multiply a whole number of up to 4 digits by a 1-digit whole number and multiply two 2-digit numbers using strategies based on place value and the properties of operations. Okay, so our first problem states each car on a train has 200 seats. How many seats are on a train with 8 cars? So the one way to do that would be to draw a picture. Okay, so I've drawn 8 train cars for you right there. And each one of these cars has 200 seats in them, right? Pictures is always helpful. If you can visualize it, it really helps to be able to figure it out. All right, so multiplication, as we know, is just repeated addition, right? So if I add something over and over and over, that is basically multiplication. So that is one way we can do it. We can draw pictures and add them. Okay, so we can multiply 8 by 200 just by saying 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then I have hundreds, right, for 1600s. Okay, another way that we can do it is using place value. So just kind of how Miss Fernley did it with the cars, I can do the same thing. So I have 8 times 200. All right, so this is basically telling me 8 times 200. Okay, and I know that 8 times 2 is in fact 16, and then I can just bring this down, would be hundreds. And how many zeros are in hundreds? Okay, there are 2 zeros in hundreds, right? Just like there are 3 zeros in thousands. So the answer then would be 1600. Okay, easy peasy. All right, you can also use patterns. They also talk about number lines. Number lines are a little bit more difficult, especially when you're using big numbers. So you can take a look on page 56 in your book and look at the number lines and how they did it. One way that you can use is there's basic facts. Okay, so we have a basic fact of 8 times 2, right? That was our basic fact. So this would be a basic fact. So this could be anything. 7 times 3, 5 times 5. That would be just a basic fact. One number times one number equals another number. So this would equal 16. Okay, that would be a basic fact. Now, if I wanted to find out what it would be to do times 20, right? So what am I adding here? What's different between here to here? Okay, all I did was add a 0. Okay, so if my basic fact pretty much stays the same, all I'm going to do is add 1, 0. Okay, so it'd be 16, add a 0. Good. Okay, so now what if I wanted to do 8 times 200? There's a pattern here. How many zeros did I add? I added 1, 2 zeros. Okay, so how many zeros am I going to add on the other side of the problem? Good, 2 zeros. So on and so forth. What if I did 8 times 2,000? How many zeros did I add here? 1, 2, 3. So how many zeros am I going to have here? 1, 2, 3. What if I did 8 times 2 million? What do you think that might be? What do you think that might be? How many zeros did I add? I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 times 2 million is just 16 million. Okay, so those are some ways that you can use multiplication for, especially when you're working with zeros. Zeros are a lot easier if you just can count the zeros. All right, so that's basically it for this lesson. It's really not that hard. Here is your homework for tonight. lesson 2.3. So we're going to find the product. So like in the example for number 28, I have 4 times 7. So here's my basic fact. What is 4 times 7? It's 28. Okay. So basically if I added 3 zeros here, I'm going to add 3 zeros here. So let's take a look at number 3. What is my basic fact then is 8 times 2. I added 2 zeros there. So I know that 8 times 2 is 16. And I'm going to take 16 here, and I'm just going to add my 2 zeros. So what's my answer? 1600. Let's take a look at number 10 here. I've got my basic fact is 9 times 4, which equals 36. I added 3 zeros. So I'm going to put 36 up here, and I'm going to add my 3 zeros. So 9 times 4,000 is 36,000. All right, problem solving. I'm going to go ahead and let you figure that on your own. A bank teller has 7 rolls of coins. Each roll has 40 coins. Okay, you can draw pictures. How many coins does the bank teller have? So if you wanted to try to do it that way, so I have 1 roll of coin, 2 rolls of coin, 3 rolls of coin, 4 rolls of coin, 5, 6, 7. How many is in each of my rolls? 40. Okay, you can figure out the rest from there. Okay, Theo buys 5 packages of paper. There are 500 sheets of paper in each package. How many sheets of paper does Theo buy? All right, so that is your homework for tonight. WSQ, you're going to use at least 2 of the 3 ways to solve this problem. Bob's Sled Shop rents 4,000 sleds each month. How many sleds does the store rent in 6 months? So you can use place value. You can draw me a picture and use repeated addition, or you can do the basic fact and do it that way. So that's your WSQ. Pretty easy homework for you guys tonight, and we will see you in the morning.